Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Season 2. Woohoo! In last week's episode, Max finally left. What's that village called? Oh, Tavernsburg. Yeah, that one. And started making his way to the next village, Boville. Very creative. After leaving Tavernsburg for about 3 hours, Max decided to take a little break at a pond, where he is met with a bloodthirsty beast of some sort, and voraciously chased him everywhere. He managed to escape the wild beast by hiding in a cave. However, as Max's luck would have it, he ended up getting caught by another giant-ass 8-legged creature known as the giant spider. Sorry, spider, forgot. That was actually normal compared to whatever the hell this story is. Anyway, Max was cocooned up, managed to piss his way out, and then, the monster that originally chased him found him in the cave, fought with the spider for Max, and then Max left saying, "Woo!" And then, both monsters were like, "Hey, let's get the same guy," and they went after him. So Max ran for his life and somehow made it to Boville in about a day and a half. Quelle surprise. He got there and was almost jumped at by both creatures until a Deus Ex Machina moment. Trust me, there's gonna be plenty of those if that's the way this story is going. A magical beam of light bursted out from the central tower of Boville, blasting the two creatures away, saving Max's life. Ooh. But he soiled his pants. That was the end of that episode. Now we're on episode 11, Boville. Oh great. Here we go. I can't wait what's in store for this one. After escaping the jaws of the two fearsomely relentless creatures and a quick trouser change, Max made it to Boville. He made it to the second town, and hopefully won't be staying long, as he is set on taking his quest from the Master of Fates seriously from here on out. Sure, now better than ever, huh? Having only one objective while in town, Max doesn't waste a second and begins his search for Callus, the Archmage. He first starts by asking the gods that saved him from the creatures. When asked, they looked at him dismissively, or that he was like an idiot.
Get lost,
Yeah,
bro.
don't worry, you're not the only ones.
Hell's wrong with you?
They chalk his upbeat, friendly behavior to deliriousness, thinking that he found a new perspective on life after almost dying. Getting the cold brush off from the rude gods, Max leaves them and heads into town, hoping to find someone that'll point him in the right direction. He walks deeper into town and notices that it's not as nice as Tavernsburg. What his initial thought of Tavernsburg was going to be is what Boville actually looks like. Dingy, run-down, shabby, old, dilapidated, and unkept. Also, unfriendly citizens. Ugh. A regular NPC of a character walks by Max, and Max casually asks him about Callus. "Hi, sorry to bother you, but I'm looking for someone named Callus. I was given information mentioning him being somewhere in this town. If you know where I can find him, can you point me in the right direction?" The NPC man looks at Max, dumbfounded, and remains silent for a while, like he's trying to decipher what Max was asking him. He just stands there, not menacingly, but keeping his ponderingly lost face locked and eyes kept on Max. Hello? His state of ponder now confuses Max and wonders if the man went brain dead. Hello? So Max waves his hand up and down in front of the NPC's face to see if he's still there. What the hell's wrong with this guy? Just then, the NPC blinks and his face shifts from dumbfounded to upset. Ah! The NPC yells out like a big dumb ape, then storms off. How rude. What the hell was that? You wouldn't happen to know what that was about, Mr. Narrator, now would you? Not a clue. Moving on. Max shakes his head of whatever the hell just happened and tries to do the same thing, but with the next few individuals he comes across. One of them being a woman that immediately shrieks like a banshee 2 inches from Max's face. then runs away like he was trying to assault her. This causes Max to fall on the ground, grabbing his ears in pain as they ring out.
Oh, my ears! You're good!
After the ringing in his ears stopped, he gets up and sees a group of kids playing with a ball of some sort. He goes up to them, and in typical bad/lazy writing fashion, the ball just so happens to roll his way. The kids run up to the complete stranger that is Max, 'cause why not? Wanting their ball back. Hey there, kiddos! I'll give you your ball back if you can tell me where I can find a mage named Callus. The kids smile devilishly, look at each other, then gang up and kick Max to the floor, and continue to kick him while he's down. Woohoo!
This is fun.
Look at him squirm!
When they finish, they grab their ball and leave, except for one kid that stays behind to deliver one final kick to Max's unmentionable area.
Take that, loser!
Oh, my jewels!
Curled up on a ball as the pain slowly goes away, Max looks around and noticeably tells stark differences between this town and the last. He slowly gets up after a while and waddles his way to a post to take a breather. After catching his breath and making sure his jewels are intact, another citizen stops over at the post he's at with a horse. The citizen gets off the horse, ties its reins to it, and then looks over at Max and stares at him. "Excuse me, sir. Sorry for bothering you, but..." Before Max is able to finish his sentence, the random NPC citizen kicks Max in the nuts. Again. Max screams out in pain again and falls to his knees. Oh, boo-hoo.
Oh, my nuts! I can't.
While down, the NPC citizen spits on him, then shrieks at him like a loon before leaving in an oddly dignified manner. Max gets up, cupping his crotch in pain. He looks in the direction of where the citizen went, but he was already gone by the time Max got up. Already fed up with Boville, Max is enraged and ready to call it quits. That is until he hears and feels a horse's hot breath brush against his back. He slowly turns to face the horse. "What do you want, horse?" The horse bops its head up and down and drags its front right hoof against the muddy ground. Where's this going? Max looks at it and wonders if the horse... No! This is not how we are going to do this! Seriously? The horse? Come on, writer, think! I have been advised that my recent behavior goes against the contract of which I've signed when agreeing to narrate this stupid... wonderfully unique story. Sorry to all listeners and viewers for my boorishness, and I promise that I will go forward with the utmost upbeat attitude. Now, where were we again? Oh, right, the horse. So the horse was bobbing its head and doing something weird with its hoof, which left Max to wonder if the horse would know something about Callus. Only an idiot with a brain that runs the same as a horse would know what a horse is thinking. Probably something stupid like, "Where's my carrots?" But you know what? I'm not the writer. I'm just the foolish narrator that's not even getting paid for this job. Go on, Mr. Writer. Enlighten me of what the horse will do for our protagonist. I know this is gonna sound crazy, you think? But you wouldn't happen to know where I can find Callus the Archmage now, would you? The horse jumps and whinnies joyfully and nudges its head northeast. Oh dear God, the horse knew all along. Excited to get a lead, Max looks around to see if anyone is nearby to see him loosen the horse's reins, and weirdly enough, Boville became a ghost town. The horse faces where it intends on going and whinnies to Max, letting him know to hop on for a quick ride. What? Max smiles as things begin to go his way and hops on the horse, being mindful of his tender jewels, and shortly after, the horse rides like the wind to Callus's abode. After a short gallop through town, the horse leads Max to the outskirts of Boville to a large, unusually shaped rock formation. He hops off, pats the horse as a thanks, and the two part ways. I have no idea who or what that horse is, but he seems kind of suspicious for a horse. But I digress. Max walks up to the strange rock formation and notices on the wall a stone out of place is planted in the rock wall. He tilts his head like a curious dog and gets a weird thought from it. Huh? Is this supposed to be some sort of fantasy-like doorbell? What an utterly foolish thing to say or think. Who would do such a
Who dares to summon me?
thing?
Oh, Jesus.
A large projection of an older gentleman pops up and faces Max. Max is spooked by the projection and walks back, only to fall. He looks up and is in awe, but with a smile? The projection scans the area around it and quickly spots Max and goes to look down at him.
Well, who goes there? It better not be another damned agent from ye old resting home.
Upon addressing Max, its intimidation washes away. Max gets up, dusts himself off, and answers the projection. Hi there, my name is Max Dougal, and I am in search of a grand and mighty archmage that goes by Callus. You wouldn't happen to know where I could find that distinguished gentleman, now would you? The projection looks down at Max and closes in on him. It squints at him and sizes him up. After a little while, the projection backs up and vanishes. Max is ghosted and wonders what the hell just happened. He goes to the out-of-place rock in the wall and rings it several more times, but nothing happens. What the hell, man? I thought my flattering words would butter that old coot up. Just then, a portion of the rock formation next to the out-of-place rock slides and opens up. Max is startled and jumps out of the way. Oh! When the way opens fully, an elderly man with a long white beard and white hair wearing a gray and worn-out wizard robe comes out. He walks out with a staff that looks more like a cane and uses it as such. He hobbles his way to Max and looks at the young protagonist in the eyes. Max looks at him and wonders what's going to happen, in a weirdly eagerly happy way, like a dog that doesn't know any better.
You say you're looking for Callus the Archmage?
Indeed I am, good sir. The old coot smiles and chuckles a little. Max smiles too, but that soon fades as the elder's laugh turns into a hacking and coughing.
Excuse me. Well, young man, you are in luck. I am he, and he is I. I am Callus the Archmage.
Ooh. And that is the end of episode 11. Stay tuned for next week's episode, where Max and Gandeldorf, or whatever the hell his name is, get well acquainted and probably have some sort of wicked awesome time together, where he is senileness and Max's inattentive impatientness has a butting head, but in a charmingly loving way, I guess? I don't know, this stuff's pretty predictable if you ask me, but hey, like I said, I'm just the poo-poo narrator that doesn't get paid. La 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 la. See, I can go on and on and on and on.